The Importance of Optimism, according to Neil Francis, the author of Positive Thinking. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, optimism is the quality of being full of hope and emphasizing the good part of a situation or a belief that something good will happen. It is also a mental attitude tied in with the belief that all our actions will have a desirable outcome. Optimism is required in everyday life and various industries and agencies. For instance, it is the number one thing entailed at NASA because staff have to believe that it is their responsibility to make a mission successful and not the responsibility of others or external factors. Neil Francis stated in his book Positive Thinking that optimists approach problems from a position of empowerment. Some see overcoming adversity as a challenge, one that they will cheerfully attempt to overcome. Optimistic people view failure as being temporary and attribute it to the situation or as a matter of circumstance. Optimists experience less distress than pessimists when facing difficulties in their lives. For instance, they suffer much less depression and anxiety. Optimists tend to deal with problems rather than just avoiding them by using acceptance, humor, and positive reframing. They don't tend to use denial. By not sticking their heads in the sand, they face up to difficult situations and challenges, while pessimists often attempt to distance themselves from the problem. Optimists don't give up easily even when faced with serious adversity. They stay the course. On the other hand, pessimists are more likely to anticipate disaster and give up as a result. Optimists have a higher level of satisfaction and increased well-being. They are more likely to look after themselves physically and mentally. According to Neil Francis, it is crucial that an optimist has a sense of realism. Therefore, while their attitude leads them to take risks, they need to act in a way that increases the chance of a positive outcome. According to researchers, optimism levels are also influenced by childhood experiences, including parental warmth and financial stability. But the good news is that anyone can learn the skills that can help them become more optimistic, no matter how pessimistic they are. You can become more optimistic using the ABCDE model of learned optimism, which stands for adversity, belief, consequence, disputation, and energization. This model was established by Dr. Martin Seligman, a professor of psychology at the University of Pennsylvania. Adversity is the situation that calls for a response. When facing adversity, you should think about a recent problem or difficult challenge you have faced. Belief is how we interpret the event. You should make a note of your thoughts and feelings when thinking about the problem. It's very essential to be as honest as you can and not edit your feelings. Consequence is the way that we behave, respond, or feel. You should thoughtfully take into account the consequences and behaviors emerged from this thought resulted in positive actions that helped you overcome the problem or whether they kept you from doing that. Disputation is the effort we expend to argue or dispute the belief. You should dispute and challenge your beliefs. Think about the thought you noted and look for examples from your life that prove those beliefs wrong. Energization is the outcome that emerges from trying to challenge our beliefs. You should consider how you feel now that you have challenged and disputed your beliefs. Do you feel more energized and motivated, or do you feel that the problem you originally thought was unsolvable is actually solvable? So by using the ABCDE model, people who are initially pessimistic can benefit by reducing their chances of experiencing symptoms of depression, stress, and anxiety. And those who are more optimistic at the outset can further improve their emotional health.